And then if you would state your name and how to spell it, so you spell it right on the card.
Miss June, what's your last name? Robinson. All right. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Good morning. My name is G2 Brown from the Kenwood Oakland Community Organization and the local school council at Dyett High School. I want to thank you for joining us this morning. This is the second week of our Education as a Human Right bus tour. Today, we're here to say to Chicago that the appointed rubber-stamped school board's vote to close 50 schools is not recognized by the parents in the city of Chicago. There are a different set of district priorities and expectations for children in this community as opposed to young people on the south and west sides of Chicago. Many of our schools were voted to be closed based on underutilization. Well, today, we're here at Oscar Mayer Elementary School, a level 1 school that is only 67% utilized according to CPS's criteria. And according to their criteria, this school will be underutilized and eligible to be closed. It was not on the closure list. 2 schools in particular, Oscar Mayer and Disney, each have over 300 available seats. Yet these children remain in schools with the support and the resources to thrive, while our neighborhood schools are sabotaged by CPS through network officers who punish our children and punish our schools instead of giving them support. We don't want our children enrolled here. We want justice. But CPS, if you insist on this charade, then we want every slot at Oscar Mayer, Disney, LaSalle, Inter-American, and Alcott to be filled by children from schools that have been closed with no waiting list. Here at Oscar Mayer, they have the Montessori and the International Baccalaureate program, while at Overton we have test drill curriculum mandated by CPS because the school is on probation. Here at Oscar Mayer, the children have music, visual arts, and drama, while at Mollison, which is a receiving school for Overton, we don't have drama or visual arts. As a matter of fact, the network chief didn't even want to give our children a librarian, calling it unnecessary. Chicago Public Schools is the poster child for a system that is separate and unequal. CPS is lying about the number of parents that they say registered into the receiving schools. At many of our schools, not even 10% of the parents have registered their children because we know that this decision puts our babies in harm's way. We strongly encourage parents to not register their children into schools and to prepare for a long-wage fight to let Mayor Rahm Emanuel know whose schools these really are. Our schools. Because if we decide that they can't have these schools, they can't win. These are our schools and our children. Now I'd like to call up first from Williams Elementary, Ms. Francine Newman. Give her a round of applause.
Statistically, African Americans lag behind their fellow students academically, not because they are incapable of succeeding, but because they have consistently been denied the resources necessary for their success. As parents and community leaders, we want for our children the same things that parents in other communities want for theirs. A challenging, intellectually empowering, culturally responsive school environment that ensures the best educational outcomes for students. Instead, what our students have received is failed education policy, which only serves to destabilize them and rob them of the academic gains that they have been able to achieve. Closing schools and offering as an alternative schools that barely outperform, if at all, the original school is unacceptable. We also understand that successful school environments can only be achieved through collaboration between educators, parents, and community.
That's right.
Nevertheless, CPS consistently enacts policies that ensure that by design can only ensure a population of second-class citizens. This is a matter of social justice and an issue of human rights.
Yes, ma'am. Go ahead.
Education is a human right. We understand that our children are our most precious resource. We also understand that elementary school provides the foundational learning years, and what they are experiencing today will greatly impact their abilities to succeed, not only educationally, but will impact the quality of life in our communities for the next several generations. Therefore, we are obligated to do everything within our power to change these circumstances. We will consistently advocate for our children and will accept nothing less than an education that assures that they're able to successfully compete on the global world stage. We demand that the policies that are being handed down from the powers that be reflect the vision that we as family and community have for our children. Until then, we refuse to give up this fight. Amen. Education is a human right.
Can you state your name and how to spell it? Please. State your name and how to spell it and your position.
Francis Newman, FRANCESNEWMAN. Parent, Williams Prep.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Ms. Newman. As we said, education is a human right, and we are clear that the mayor of this city is violating the human rights of African American children all over the city of Chicago. If we live in a democracy, then we must have a voice in the education policy that impacts the lives of our children. And we do not have a voice. Sham hearings is not a voice. The next speaker is from Overton Elementary School, a parent, and this is Ms. June Robinson. Give her a round of applause.
My name is June Robinson. I went to Overton School when I was young, as well as my sisters and cousins, and now my kids attend there. And back then, I remember we was getting, like, our new books was old used books from other schools, and we still ain't have enough to take home.